Good morning, students. Let us continue with the chapter number 1 of science, crop production and management. The topic we have to start with is protection from weeds. First of all, we have to know what is weed. Now, the weeds are many plants or undesirable plants which may grow naturally along with the crop. So the undesired or undesirable plants or unwanted plants, not useful plants which grow along the crops are known as weeds. These weeds take up all the nutrients, not all. These weeds may decrease the amount of nutrients and water available in the soil for the crops to grow. Now, the farmers are providing all the water which is required by the crop, and they are also adding manures and fertilizers to increase the fertility of the crop. But just think of it, if whatever amount they are providing for the crops, it is not utilized by the crops, and some amount is also utilized by some other undesired plants, and hence the crop may get affected. And that's why the farmers need to remove these weeds from the farm. One method we have already seen, that how are we going to remove the weeds from the plants. In the preparation of soil, the very first step of the crop production, we have seen that during preparation of soil, first we have to remove all the weeds with the help of a hoe, H-O-E, hoe. It is the instrument used to remove the weeds, to pluck the weeds out from the soil. Now, after removing all the weed, preparing the soil, again when we sow the seeds and the plants start germinating, there is also germination of some undesirable plants, and hence we have to kill them or we have to remove them before flowering. Okay, after germination and before flowering, there is a period known as the vegetative growth period, and during that growth period we have to remove all the weeds. Now, the example of weeds are all the unwanted grass and other kind of small plants which are growing along the crops. So we have to remove them. We can remove them with the help of a khurpi. Okay, a khurpi is a traditional instrument used to remove the weeds from the plants, from the farms. There is one more method which is known as with the help of using weedicides. Now, what are weedicides? The term side always refers to the killing, as we have learnt about pesticides. So pesticides are the chemicals which are used to kill the pests or the organisms or the small animals. Here we are using the weedicides to kill the weeds, that is the undesirable plants. The example of weedicide is given to you as 2,4-D. 2,4-D is an example of a weedicide which is used on a wide scale. Now, as we have seen how the pesticides are used in the farms, either they are available in powdered form and the farmers will just throw on all the crops so that the pests would not be able to harm the crops, or either there is a method known as spraying which is used to spray the pesticides. Here again the same method of spraying is used to use the weedicides. What the farmers do, they just prepare a mixture with water and they spray it all over the weeds which are germinating. Okay, so the weeds which are germinating during their vegetative period means their leaves just start coming up. Okay, that is the vegetative period before the flowers come out. So during that period the farmers have to spray all the weeds, so that after a few uses or after repeating the process for a few times, the weeds will get killed. And after killing or after dying, what will happen? The weeds will again give out all the nutrients in the soil, which can be utilized by the crops. Now, as we all know that weedicides are some killer medicines, so they must be having some harm to the human beings also. That's why while using the weedicides, the farmers have to be very careful. They have to put on a mask, or they have to cover their face, nose and mouth with a cloth. Along with that, they should use hand gloves, so that while spraying the droplets of the spray or the weedicide should not come and adhere to their skin. Okay, and after that what they have to do, they have to thoroughly wash their hands, their legs and their faces, so that there won't be any trace of the weedicide, which if get entered in their body will harm them. So this was all about protection from weeds, and this way we can protect our crops from the weeds. The next topic is harvesting. Harvesting is the simple method by which we cut the crops. So simply we can define harvesting as the cutting of crop after it is matured. After the crop gets matured, what we have done first, we have prepared the soil, then we had sown the seed, we have irrigated the farm, we had used we have used manures and fertilizers, then we have irrigated the farm, and then we have protected all the crops from weeds. And after this process, what will come? What step will come? The crops will get matured. Healthy crops will get matured, and for cutting all those mature crops, we employ a method, and this step or this method is known as harvesting. Now, in ancient days, the harvesting was done with the help of a sickle. Nowadays also, for small farms, a sickle could be used. You can see the diagram on the board which shows you a sickle. It is a C-shaped instrument with knife-like sharp edge in the center. Okay, in the center portion of the sickle is sharp like a knife, and it has a handle to hold it. Now the farmers simply use to cut the crops or to harvest the crops. Now just imagine if we have a bigger or the larger farm, what will happen if we use a sickle to cut all the crops? Obviously it takes a lot of time and a lot of work is required, a lot of time and energy is required. And to minimize that labor and time, what we can do, we can use again technology, and here the technology provides us the special machines for cutting the crops, that is known as harvester. So harvesters are the simple machines which are used to cut the crops. You must have seen in your gardens or in any movies or cartoons that people use some special kind of machine to cut the grass in their garden. If you see that cartoon Doraemon, so many a times the person Nobita has used that harvester to cut the grass in the garden. So like this, many of you must have seen it directly also, and some may have only seen in the movies or the serials. Now these harvesters are the simple machines which help to cut the crops. Then we have two terms which you already know from class 6, that is threshing and winnowing. So what is threshing? After cutting the crops, what has to be done? The grain seeds need to be separated from the chaff. So we have to remove, or we have to separate the grain seeds from the chaff, and that process is known as threshing. This threshing is done with the help of special machine known as threshers. Then there is one more machine known as combine, which is used to harvest the crops as well as to remove the chaff. Now this combine, the diagram of this combine is given to you on page number 11, figure 1.8. So you can see this figure 1.8. Now here a blade is attached. A blade is attached over here which will help to harvest the crops. Similarly, there is a special structure which gets on rotating. Okay, this structure gets on rotating, due to which the chaff is removed from the chaff is removed, or you can say it is separated from the grain seeds, and the grain seeds are collected at the bottom portion. Okay, so this combine is used not only to harvest but also to separate this grain seeds from the chaff. Again, we have a method known as harvesting. A method known as winnowing. Now, what is winnowing? So, winnowing is a simply we can say it is a method used by the farmers with the help of wind to separate the grains from chaff. So we are again separating the grains from chaff with the help of winnowing, or with the help of wind, and this method is known as winnowing. There is one more machine which is given to you in figure 1.9, that is winnowing machine. You can see this diagram of winnowing machine. This winnowing machine is also used to remove, there is a wheel over here. What we have to do, we have to just rotate this wheel, and with the help of wind, all the chaff would be removed out and the seeds will be collected at the bottom portion. Okay, or you must have seen the ladies which used to remove the chaff with the help of wind, having a long structure in which all the seeds are present. At home also, your mother sometimes may use to separate the chaff, which is somewhat, some particles could be attached to chaff, attached to the grains, and that portion has to be removed, and they use a method which we call it as phatakna. Okay, so they use that method, and by this they remove the chaff. Okay, again here what your mother does, your mother have to blow some air on the chaff which is collected at some space, and blowing is nothing but we are blowing the wind. Okay, so this is also winnowing which is done at your homes. Now, as we are learning about harvesting, we have to know about the harvest festivals. So after 3 or 4 months of hard work, what the farmers do, one day they will complete all their work till harvesting, and they collect all their crops at one place. They collect all the grains at one place, and what they will do, they will celebrate this day, because after a long hard work they have got this day when their crops are ready and they are ready to be sold out or to be stored. Now this all celebration is given a name known as harvest festivals. There are many harvest festivals in India which are celebrated in different states, that are Pongal, Baisakhi, Holi, Diwali, Nabanya and Bihu. These are some examples of the harvest festivals which are celebrated in India. What the farmers do on this festival, they wear a nice clothes, they get ready and they enjoy the day with some specific kind of foods along with some songs and some dance. So they just celebrate it fully with enthusiasm. They celebrate the festival. So this was all about protection from weeds and the harvest festivals and the harvesting. Only one step is remaining from your crop production, that is storage. So we will see about storage in the next video.